What's going on, guys? It's Might Be. Today we're going to be going over the best cheap cards in MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty. Now, I did a lot of these videos kind of in the past, and so what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be updating it one final time before MLB The Show 21 comes out, which I'm super pumped for. Before we get in this video, make sure you guys hit that like and sub button, as I put a lot of time into this, and let's get right into the freaking video. I like to always start these videos with kind of some honorable mentions, as they didn't just quite make the top 10 list. And so our first honorable mention is actually going to be none other than Eric Gagne. Now, Gagne, he didn't make the cut this year. The reason why he didn't make the cut is because lately I feel like he's just been getting absolutely rocked. And you don't really want someone that gets rocked in your pitching staff. If you look at my numbers with this guy, you're going to be like, why is he getting rocked? Well, honestly, I used him 43 innings, which is a lot of innings. His first about 35 innings, dude was an absolute dog. But as new cards came out and stuff came out, he just didn't become as good. So that's why he didn't make the top 10. Our next honorable mention is actually going to be Ozzie Albies. Now, a lot of people probably expect Ozzie Albies to make the list. However, I never really picked it up with this card too crazily. He hit 250 for me whenever I liked him. Yes, he has a good swing. Yes, he's a great switch hitter. However, he just didn't quite make the cut this year. I didn't think that Ozzie Albies was an absolute dog like he was in previous games. And honestly, I like this guy's cold card more than I like his better card. He doesn't really play to his stats or above his stats, so I kind of just didn't really like him. And our last guy that we're going to go is going to be the Butt Cheese King, Kenny Lofton. Now, Kenny Lofton's a dog. Kenny Lofton is an absolute dog. Now, I really wanted to put him in the list because this guy, he hit 600 for me. You can bunt cheese with this guy, and he is glitchy. He's very glitchy. Not only does he have that, but he has 95 fielding. And so he can, even in his secondary position, this guy can be a 90 overall fielder. So if you guys need a corner outfielder or someone, definitely Kenny Lofton. I just couldn't quite put him at the top of the list and in this list in general because, yes, he's a great budget beast. But to make him really good, you got to be a bunt cheeser, and so I can't really talk too much on this card. But Kenny Lofton, absolute dog. Now, before we get in this top 10 list, keep in mind that I am judging these cards based on how I've played with them, and that's why some of them are kind of around. Obviously, statistics and how they are statistically and their swings all have a play in this, so just keep that in mind. So before we get into this, now at our 10 spot today, we have none other than Gavin Lux. Now, Gavin Lux is a dog. I don't want to say that Gavin Lux isn't a dog. The dude is very, very good. He did really well for me. I know that the 294 average isn't going to absolutely scream out at you, but about his first 30 ABs, he did amazing. Then I kind of slumped with him. Keep in mind, he had 4 tanks, and this isn't necessarily going to be someone who's an absolute dog at the plate, but he's also going to be someone who's really good defensively. That 90 fielding is really good. Decent arm at 82, gets the job done at second base. Gavin Lux is going to make the 10 spot today. At the number 9 spot today, we're going to go with Shaboy Ronald Acuna Jr. Now, Ronald Acuna, I really wanted to put him higher. However, this card, again, is a card that I didn't hit very good with. I tried him a couple games, 19 ABs, 263 average. However, this guy has big power numbers. He's a great defensive center fielder, one of the best in the game. 93 fielding, maxed out arm accuracy. The guy's also got speed, so if you get this guy on base, you can definitely steal bags. 91 speed, 94 steal. This guy's really good. I'm pretty sure he has the bomber quirk. Yeah, this guy's an absolute dog, and he has all of the really good things. Also, he can't really bunt cheese, so that's kind of just something that's not really amazing for a center fielder. A really good card, but that's just not how you're going to be using it. I really like this card in general because he's really good against righties. The only thing that kind of struggles is I wish that his contact and vision was just a little bit higher. I know that a lot of people say that vision doesn't matter, but I am a big believer on vision actually does matter. So Ronald Acuna is going to make the 9 spot. I couldn't put him ahead of a couple different cards, but he's still a really good hitter and kind of just an all-around player in general. At the number 8 spot today, we got Travis d'Arnaud. Now, a lot of you guys are going to be like, how is this guy this bottom? The truth is, I've never really loved Travis d'Arnaud. I know that he absolutely rakes for a lot of people, so I put him in this list. Destroys righties. If you guys are using him, though, however, I would recommend using d'Arnaud against righties. And then if you're facing a lefty, actually to bring Posey off the bench. I think Posey is very underrated, and he's definitely a great bat against lefties, and one of my bench bats, even in game right now. So Travis d'Arnaud, definitely someone who's really good against righties, completely falls off against lefties, decent defensively, but I do think that if you guys use this card, you should platoon him. You can pick this guy up for about 15K with a sell out order. Definitely a dog. Travis d'Arnaud definitely deserved to be on this list, and he's at the 8th spot today. At the number 7 spot today, honestly, my last list, this guy was higher, but I couldn't put him above a couple other guys, and it's going to be Carlos Correa. Carlos Correa, you guys know about him. He absolutely destroys righties. He's a great 5-tool player. He's really, really good in pretty much every aspect of the game. The dude, he rakes, plays great defense at short. Yes, he's an Astro, but the dude is a dog. Hit 438 for me. And honestly, this guy, he probably should be a little bit higher. I just couldn't put Carlos Correa against some other guys because of some personal preference. But I still think that Carlos Correa is one of the best budget beasts in the game. You can pick this guy up for about 15K with the sell it out order. Dude is an absolute dog. Do not sleep on Carlos Correa because this card is absolutely amazing. It can honestly replace good guys like Fernando Tatis. He's one of the best shortstops in the game. Definitely top 3. Dude is an absolute dog. Don't sleep on Carlos Correa. Get him for 15K if you need a shortstop. And even if you need a second baseman or a third baseman, he'll play really good secondary there. So absolute dog, Carlos Correa. The number 6 spot today, we're going to be starting to get to players that make my lineup, and we're going to go with Brad Hand. Brad Hand, definitely animal. One of my best lefties out of the pen. I like this guy better than I like Hater, and Hater's worth like 150K. I just don't really like that card at all. Brad Hand is a dog. I love this guy to death. He's done pretty decent for me. Yes, he has an 80 ERA, but you got to keep in consideration that I've used this guy in events, I've used this guy in stuff, but whenever I need a lefty out of my pen, Brad Hand is my guy. The slider, the sinker, the combo is absolutely filthy. He's got 45 Ks for me. The dude's per 9s are very, very, very great, and he has pretty good control, although he does sometimes hang his slider. I do like that it's actually his main pitch because he locates it pretty well. Also, his sinker and his four seam look different, which has an absolute great effect for a lefty at the pin. And Brad Hand is definitely one of the best lefties in the game. You can get him for really cheap right now. The number 5 spot today, we actually have someone who's not in my lineup, but the dude is an absolute dog. I've used him a ton. It's going to be Eloy Jimenez. Guy has an absolute great swing. You can literally pick this guy up for 7K right now. He is a dog, hitting 430 for me. Eloy Jimenez, if you guys have used this guy's Silver and BR, the dude, his swing is so good. He's one of the best cards in the game. He doesn't play the greatest defense in life, but you're not getting him for his defense. You're getting him for his absolute bat and a half that he has. Eloy Jimenez is such a good card. And if you guys need a corner outfielder for cheap, and you guys are wondering, I just need someone that'll absolutely rake. I know that the stats don't absolutely jump out at you. You're like 108, 104, 103. It's the end of the year. Why would I get him? The reason is that this guy's swing makes him play above his stats. He has a great swing. Eloy Jimenez rakes. You can literally give him for 7K. Try this guy out. Eloy Jimenez is an absolute dog, and you guys are going to want him on your squad. At the number 4 spot today, we're starting to get to guys that are in my rotation. This guy is really good, and I know a lot of people are really surprised. Brady, you have a God Squad, one of the best teams in the game. Why do you have him? Dinelson Lamet. Dinelson Lamet has been an absolute animal for me. In 19 innings, he has a 2.3 ERA. Dude is an animal. I had to put him in my rotation because he just kept on shoving for me. I know that I could get other options that are worth thousands and thousands and millions of stubs, but why would I do that whenever Dinelson Lamet gets on the mound and puts up a 2.3 ERA on Hall of Fame for me? So Dinelson Lamet, he's going to make the 4 spot today. Dude is an absolute dog. I love this card to death, and you guys should definitely try him out. If you pitch with him well like I am, the thing is just his slider's been really accurate for me. He's got 3 off-speed pitches. They all look different. His fastballs look different. I think Dinelson Lamet is definitely someone that is very, very hard to hit, and definitely someone that you guys should think about using because he's that good. At the number 3 spot today, we have my guy Forrest Whitley. Now, a lot of people don't like Forrest Whitley, but this guy has thrown 252 innings for me. Now, I might be wrong, but I believe that he is definitely in my top 2 or top 3 pitchers all time this game because I've used him so much. Forrest Whitley has just been so consistent. A lot of people are off and on about this card, but the thing about Forrest Whitley is that his off-speed and his sinker cutter just moves so well, and I think that he's got the best pitch mix and the best windup in the game. I really like Forrest Whitley. I can count on this guy to win. I'm 40-24 with this guy. Yes, it's a 5.4 ERA, and you might be like, that's not the absolute greatest, but you got to keep in mind that I'm playing top 200 players, World Series sweaters, and under a 6 ERA, honestly, is very, very good in this game. Forrest Whitley has been an absolute dog. I recommend picking this guy up. You can get him for literally less than 10K right now. Dude's an animal. Pick up Forrest Whitley if you need a starter. He's an absolute dog. Now, as we get into our top 2, you guys are probably starting to get it, but the number 2 spot goes to Yasmani Grandal. He's not in my lineup right now, I know, but the guy hit 355 for me in 150 plate appearances. Dude is an absolute animal. I love Yasmani's swing. I think he has the best catcher swing in the game. Better than Posada, best switch hitting catcher. And if you're like me and you love switch hitters, Yasmani Grandal is the guy for you. This dude flat out rakes, plays above his stats, had 16 tanks for me and 150 ABs. Dude is an animal. He's a phenom. He blocks everything, which is also really cool. So you can actually throw things in the dirt, and they don't get a free bag every time. That's one thing that I absolutely hate about Jimmy Fox. Although this guy rakes, this guy cannot block anything. So Yasmani Grandal, definitely one of the best catchers you can get bang for your buck for about $15,000 on the marketplace right now. Dude is an absolute animal. Definitely pick that guy up. He's so good. At the number 1 spot, you guys probably guessed it, best bench bat of the game, Yordan freaking Alvarez. This guy's hit 400 for me and 281 ABs. I don't know what to say other than this guy has been absolutely amazing. If you guys follow my channel, you guys know that Yordan Alvarez is just that dude for me. And he's just been so good for so long. So I had to put him at the number 1 spot. I had to show him love. You can pretty much pick up this card for about 6,000 stubs right now. Yordan Alvarez, he's pretty much going for quick sell value, and the guy flat out rakes. I don't know what it is about this guy's swing, but it's just, oh, it's so good. I love Yordan Alvarez. Definitely pick up this card if you guys need a bench bat. He's been the best bench bat for me all year. Better than Mickey Mantle. Better than all of these losers on the bench. Yordan Alvarez is a dog. If this video ended helping you out, make sure you guys drop a like, make sure you guys drop a sub, as we're going to be grinding going into MLB The Show 21. I appreciate all you guys. Also, if I sound a little bit sick, it is because I am sick. And we'll be streaming tomorrow. Catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and might be out.